Welcome to the Had for Horrors podcast, where we discuss all things horror, from one off movies to franchises to TV series and even expanded media. I'm Mark,
I'm Tawan.
and today we're reviewing Slaughter High, released in 1986. Written and directed by George Dugdale, Mark Ezra, and Peter Mackenzie Leighton. Juan, can you give the people the plot summary?
Slaughter High follows Marty Rantzen, a nerdy high school student who becomes a victim of a cruel April Fool's prank orchestrated by a group of classmates. The prank goes horribly wrong, leaving Marty horribly disfigured. 10 years later, the former classmates receive invitations to a class reunion at their abandoned high school. Once inside, they discover they've been lured into a deadly trap as a mass killer begins picking them off one by one in a brutal quest for revenge.
So, Slaughter High. This is a movie that I watched when I was younger, back when you were able to channel, well, you can still channel surf, but back when channel surfing was like a thing. I remember just like flipping through, and I landed on, it was either one of those random ass Cinemax channels or HBO channels, and this movie was playing. And I'm a sucker for a classic 80s horror movie, and I kind of just fell right into it. And I've seen this movie like twice, this being the third time. And I remember liking it originally, but I think this is the first time I actually sat down and actually watched it, and it's it's interesting, I will say. But what about you? What are your thoughts? This was your first watch.
Yes, definitely first time seeing this movie. Also, first time even hearing about it. Um, and it wasn't like it wasn't the worst. It was pretty good. Like as a slasher goes, the kills in here were pretty good. I did like a good amount of them. It had a bit of that like 80s kind of campiness to it, and things like that. But overall, I was with Marty the whole time. Like, you know what? Like as soon as shit started going off, I was like, yeah, y'all all deserve this. Like immensely, actually. Y'all really deserve all of this right now. Cause y'all could have killed that boy. Um with what the hell y'all did to him. Like that shit is actually insane. Um it is so funny when I was watching it, like not the situation, but the first thing that I thought of, like as they were quote unquote pranking him on April Fool's Day, was that episode of SpongeBob when Squidward thought he was pranking SpongeBob. It was like April Fools, and it was not funny at all. Like Squidward thought that shit was so funny after he humiliated the fuck out of SpongeBob, and and it was so mean, and that's what these motherfuckers did. They thought they were being so hilarious to what they were doing to Mario when it was literally just abuse, and all of them should be in jail. Like setting the fucking well, first of all, snapping pictures of him while naked, child pornography, because y'all are in high school.
Hmm.
Um,
It was the
putting
80s. It was
the
different.
damn yeah, but still. Um, putting the damn car battery on the bar in the bathroom, so if he touched it he would get electrocuted, like he could have died there. What are we doing? And then the whole lab part, like, y'all, this isn't a prank. What's funny about this? It was so unfunny, and that's like
I don't
after all
I
that shit
don't get
happened, I
how
was
it was
like,
supposed to be funny.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what was funny about it? Like, they cackling, and that shit. Nothing was funny here. And once it all happens, I'm like, oh, y'all bitches deserve to die. Actually, like all of you. And this ain't no um Carrie situation where old girl was trying to be helpful, and she spared her at the end of Carrie. No, this is the all of you bitches gotta go. Like everybody here was in on it, like equally. I don't care if you were just watching, you were still in on it. Like y'all were being some bitches to Marty. Um, and yeah, they deserve what they ended up getting. I can say for like one thing I can say though, which I guess we could talk about this now, sort of, is do you think it was like a dream scenario, or do you think what happened at the end is what happened right before he went on his revenge quest? Or do you actually see it as the final end of him, like it not being real? Because once he
I
got to that, and I was like, "Are they trying to set up like this is a dream sequence?" And I was like,
I
"No,
don't think it
I
was a
hate
dream
that."
sequence. I don't think it was a dream sequence. I think we saw, I think it took us back
How
to the
he got
beginning.
out.
Yeah, I think it took us back to the beginning where we
That's my head canon.
yeah, I think it took us back to like, okay, he's broke. Like, cause honestly, if I was to wake up after being put to sleep for skin grafts and so well, actually you can't even be put to sleep doing skin grafts. Like those people are awake and they feel that pain when they do that. Like they can't give you anesthesia. Like you are fully awake when they are grafting your skin after like burns and shit. So that would also make me go crazy. And then to get through all of that pain just to be fully wrapped up in gauze.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
I
These bitches gotta
yes.
go.
So I think we saw. I think it took us back to what like what kicked it all off. Because again, like that's not a like what kind of prank is this? Like I'm trying to understand. Like and
Like he's justified in my opinion. I don't think it's a
100%. But we'll get to that. But like also because just like I guess it's the 80s and the mentality was different back then. If you were a nerd, or if you liked comic books, if you were smart, you were a target, which is crazy now because everybody is involved in nerd culture in some kind of way. Like you could be a sports nerd. Like everything is now open to be nerd having. Like I guess just like the mentality is different because I just don't get it.
yeah. That's kind of what I was saying too. Like in in the whole thing, it doesn't really make sense because it's like he's not um there. Word I'm looking for. He is he wasn't harming anyone. Like we get introduced like right on them pranking him, so we don't even see really him even prior to any of that. We just see what they're doing, and it immediately makes him sympathetic because of what they're doing. Like um, they're just being dickheads and
Truly.
and aggressive to him for no reason. And I I like I see it as very justified. I don't care. Like they aren't paying for their mistakes. They deserve for what they got and throughout it. But I guess what took me out even more, like was once they reunite and for the quote unquote reunion, and they go to the school and see nobody else is there, and they're like, oh, but maybe it's a secret.
Why
What?
would the school reunion, the class reunion, be a secret?
At the abandoned school.
Like, if I would have
Like,
pulled,
make it make
if I would have
sense.
pulled up and saw no cars in the area, I would have left. I need to because like you have to think about it. There would be cars there from the staff who put together the fucking reunion. Plus, there would be people, someone at the door taking tickets and checking like coats and shit. Like
Like, and they're like, "Oh no, it's a
it's
secret.
a
Like, let's go
secret.
in."
Like, why would it? Who? It's the 10-year reunion of the high school. Why would that be a secret? Motherfuckers know when y'all graduated.
Like they're all dumb. And like when that happened, I was like, oh, even more. I was like, so y'all are callous as fuck, terrible people, and you're stupid. Trifecta. Y'all deserve it.
Insanity. But let's move on over to the scenes. Any scenes or kills that stood out for you? Good, bad, or indifferent?
There were some, good kills and stuff throughout the movie, and scenes like that. The one that like it was good, not good. The one that was my favorite, I think, was, of course, it's a slasher, so we gotta have the couple who goes to have sex and they get killed,
Mhm.
and and then electrocuted the bed while she was holding on to it with the other guy inside of her. That took me out. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty fucking funny. Um, and then the people, the group that was under them in the room, they were like, "Damn, like she's having a really good time. She really needed that." While she's just screaming out above because she's getting electrocuted. That was pretty funny, I will say. Um, Also, the bathtub kill with, I guess, the nitric acid or whatever. That was stupid. Not
Damn.
once the water started changing, girl. You should have. Why didn't you get out the tub like immediately?
Like I
Also,
was
why is
just
there a tub
looking
in the
at
school?
that like true. I was gonna say that's normal, but showers are normal, not a tub. That's weird.
Yeah, and we saw the shower, so I'm like, why is there a tub here?
Not needed.
And why are you getting in the tub in the 50-year old, not 50 years old, the school that's been abandoned for like 5 years? Why are we getting in the tub here? Like, you know where the
Mm-mm.
shower's at. Y'all, you definitely know where the shower's at because y'all know what y'all did in there. So that confused me. But I mean, the actual like kill itself though, and then seeing um the like effects of the like acid like by eating away at her, like that was a good little effect there. Good little practical effect. I did like that. Um, Anything else? Oh, the one scene, because I will say, um, a lot of these characters I really do not remember their names, and I'm sorry to the listeners if you've never seen this movie. There were just it was like 8 of them, and I do not remember everyone's name.
Only two of them
Um,
really. I would say only three characters really matter in this movie, so
um,
that's
I
fine.
I think it was. I want to say it was. Okay, so I want to say it was Stella. I think she was the blonde one when
Hmm.
it was just her, Skip, and Carol left, and she was talking to like Skip and Carol. She's like, "You like I don't even deserve this. I didn't even do anything. Like you guys were the ones who like actually participated." I'm like, "But you were there and didn't stop
You're guilty by
anything."
association. You're guilty by
Yes,
being in the premises. Like you didn't do anything,
and you
but like people
exactly,
fail to remember. Like if you're with your friend and your friend commits a crime, you are also going to be arrested and charged with that crime.
exactly. You were there. You could have stopped. You could have called someone. Didn't do
Yes,
so, and didn't even do so after the fact when y'all were punished, and then they were gonna prank again and you still knew. So no, you are guilty. Like fully, just as the rest of them. Um, and yeah, you deserve to get taken out with the rest of them. I have to say, but another scene was the whole sequence after he took Carol out. And then he started being haunted, I guess, by them. Now that I was like, all right, come on, leave this boy alone. Like he already went through the 10 years of everything, of his fucking skin getting peeled off and skin grabs and shit like that, and now he has to fucking go through getting haunted by these fuckers. Like, sure, he killed like 8 people.
The only scene that stands out for me is the acid attack scene. Because like first you gave him a laced joint. And then because of that,
Hmm.
because you're fucking with his science project, you don't know what you're doing, and now you didn't set this shit off, and now he got acid on him. And y'all didn't tell anybody? Y'all got away with this scot free for 10 years. Like, so that means y'all didn't try to get him any help. Y'all probably just ran off and let this man be like his skin be like I don't uh,
And in the 10 years, nobody said anything. Like, if you were so guilty, or it wasn't your fault, like you didn't say anything throughout that whole 10 years from when that happened to y'all graduating, and then now coming back, and that whole 10 years, nothing was said.
like again, like they deserved it.
I I fully agree. I have to say though, would you would you care a remake of this?
I would. I could see you know what would have been the best time to remake this movie is the 2000s. All of
Yeah,
those 2000s remakes I hate. I feel like this would have benefited from it actually.
I think so
Because
too.
I feel like they would have done something like where they would have exposed him, like got him. I'm thinking about a Criminal Mind episode when the this was some gay shit. Fucking because like no straight person would do this. The whole entire like jock, the boy base football team convinced the nerdy water boy that like, oh yeah, we all, jerked off in the shower in front of each other as like initiation. And they convinced him that they all did it, and it was a rite of passage, and they filmed him, and then they posted it on like MySpace or some shit. I feel like that would
Mm,
they would have done some shit like that, like some stupid like catalyst to like cause him to go crazy and die or some shit. Like,
yeah,
so this would benefit from a modern remake.
yeah,
It can be campy and
and
stupid.
even if it wasn't like a remake, everybody wants to do sort of like the requel thing now as well. Let's say the ending is canon and everything that he went through was like everything that we saw in the movie. Let's say it was like him dreaming, hallucination, all that time. What if like the second one picked up after he leaves the hospital? He actually goes to seek them out and take them out. I think that could have been a good sequel idea. Like, if we accept that everything that happened that we saw like go through in the first one was like, not real, but what he would have done. But then after he like escapes the facility he's in, he actually goes on the rampage and starts taking them off one by one.
Hmm.
I think something like that could have worked if they did a sequel.
Well, let's move on over to the characters now. Like I said, there's only really like four characters that matter. You know, Carol, Skip, Stella, Marty. Not even really Stella. So let's just go straight to Carol. Like, were we supposed to? Okay, for
Be
the
sympathetic.
be sympathetic. Is that what they wanted us to do?
I felt like it felt like it,
Because
but
it,
there's no way.
it felt like they were trying to like, oh, she just thought it was gonna be an innocent prank. She didn't think it was gonna go this far, and like he was gonna end up badly hurt. But I'm like, I don't believe that because I don't believe this is the first time y'all have bullied him or anyone else. Like, yeah, y'all didn't mean for him to be like burned with acid, but like, come on, come on.
Mhm.
it's
no, that's facts. Because they were, she was the one that we were not. Well, she was who we were introduced to, like in the initial like setting up of it all with Marty, and then like once that happened, we see her first like grown and all that whatnot. But um, yeah, I don't, I don't. I wasn't gonna feel any different type of way after what happened. There wasn't any way that I could have felt sympathetic towards any of them. Now, when I was watching at one point, I was like, what if she's in on it with Marty a little bit? I don't know. Like maybe I was thinking like
given
maybe
Valentine's Day. That'd have been a good twist though, because I did like
yeah,
actually. This is kind of Valentine's Day is kind of not Valentine. Was it Valentine? That's kind of in the same vein as this. 'Cause
oh you're right.
they pulled the popular people pulled the prank on the nerdy person in school, and some shit went awry, and he ended up coming back to kill. And in that one, the girl that he kind of liked helped him get his revenge. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just missing with this one. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I definitely was thinking. I like for a little bit. I definitely thought um yeah, it was gonna be something like that. Maybe because we were seeing so much of her, maybe like she had a part to play in it or something, like with the revenge portion of it all. Like I was thinking like, oh, like maybe through those 10 years, maybe she reconnected with Marty and like absolved herself to him. But then once it got to the end and she just died, I was like, oh, okay, javelin to the stomach.
Not a javelin. Hilarious.
Hey, I thought he was gonna launch that bitch at her while she was running and like get her
Honestly,
against the wall.
honestly,
I thought he was about to
but
launch that
I
bitch.
honestly thought that she would be. I thought she was the final girl. I mean, technically, she was the final girl. She just died,
Yeah.
but like, I thought she was going to like. I don't know, but yeah, they definitely want us to have some type of sympathy for her, and I'm glad he killed everyone. I'm not sorry, especially Skip. I'm so glad that they didn't do some skip this at the end of the day, and he kills the jester and saves Carol. No, Skip needed to die, because why Skip did this?
Hmm.
Skip was leader of the pack. Skip was abusing him be before he got caught by the coaches. Skip, I'm pretty sure
No, you're absolutely.
Skip put the other two boys up to giving him the lace joint. He's the one who fucked with the science project that burned him with the acid. Like Skip, he needed to die. I just wish it was
Hmm.
a little bit more gruesome. But at no point did I ever feel any sympathy for Skip. Like, you might have guided me with Carol, dude. There could have been like a slight chance, but with Skip, there was like no way in hell I felt sorry for that man. It just wasn't there for him.
Yeah. No, you're so right. Um, and I kind of wish that Marty was able to get him, but Carol finished him for us. So
Hmm.
we appreciate you for that, girlie.
You tried, but it was still too late, bitch.
Yup.
And outside of Skip, I would say we just go straight to Marty himself. And like you said earlier, and I agree with you, Marty was justified. This is the most justifiable slasher I think I've witnessed. Like, he had every right to get them people. No notes, no complaints. Like, you do you. Get him again.
Mm, get him for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. I did kind of say a lot of like a bit earlier. I don't have much to say outside of what we got because there wasn't like any sort of like background given on Marty, but he was just nerdy guy wanted to do his little science project, and they took advantage of his what's the word I'm looking for? Naivety? No, um, just him being naive essentially, and not probably knowing a lot of stuff maybe socially, and him thinking he's about to get it in with the pretty girl at school, and they used that against him. And then they went to fuck up his shit that he's passionate about, which is his science project. So yeah, I see it justified. I keep think I don't say it earlier, but I keep thinking that damn SpongeBob episode, like when Squidward would just randomly was like played the terrible ass prank on SpongeBob, and how fucking sad like SpongeBob looked after that. Like that's how I felt about Marty. Like he was disfigured like
And like,
horribly.
side note, based off that shower scene, old girl would have had a great time with him if she would have hooked up with him because
By
Marty had a lot going on. I was like, oh, like, can we pull this prank after I have my 45 minutes
I
with
was
him?
so dead.
Can we come back to this, please?
I'm weak as fuck.
Like, hello, Marty. I have to reconsider some things, actually. We got to call the whole prank off.
That's fucking as hell. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say on Mr. Marty. He's he good in my book.
He was justified. They, that poor kid, his face was burned. You already laced this man, and now you're doing all this other shit. Like, come on now. He was justified. Poor Marty. And with that,
Mhm.
and with that, let's move on over to our behind the scenes info.
So behind the scenes info and facts for Slaughter High. The budget for this movie was around 2.1 million. The box office though is unknown as it was a limited release. Some interesting facts: the movie was originally titled April Fool's Day, but had to be renamed when Paramount released another film with the same title in 1986. Although set in an American high school, the film was shot entirely in England using mostly British actors attempting American accents. That makes so much sense why I thought they sounded weird at certain points.
Like, it almost sounds like they dub, but it's not them. It's not them dubs. It's just they are trying. Well,
Yeah.
cause when I saw this movie originally, like in the mid 2000s, I didn't know it was a British production. This time I did, and it's based off of one actor. Mm, the
Mhm.
guy who played Frank. He wasn't even really there, but I saw him and I was like, I've seen this kid when he's older. And I went and Googled and I was like, yep, because you know me, I love soap operas, even British ones. And he was on one of my favorite British soap operas from 1995 into 2011. I just started watching that show in 2010 when they blew his ass up. And I was like, okay, this is a British production. It makes sense.
Let's see. What else we got here is much of the musical score was recycled from the composer Harry Manfredini's work on the Friday the 13th series. Actress Carolyn Monroe was 35 years old while playing a high school student in the film's opening scenes. I mean, that was pretty obvious. They looked old as fuck. That's why when they got back together for the reunion, I was like, "What changed?" Because y'all look the same.
Just the clothes.
No, for real. The condemned school used for filming was scheduled for demolition, allowing the filmmakers to use fire, explosions, and extensive destruction during production. And Simon Scudamore, the actor who played Marty Rantzen, committed suicide by drug overdose on November 21st, 1984, shortly after production had ended. Scudamore was just 28 years old, and Slaughter High would be his only film appearance. Condolences. and rest in peace to Simon Scudamore. Critics' reactions. This film only has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, based on 5 critic reviews. The LA Times wrote it was surprisingly. Oh, the LA Times were surprisingly positive, calling it one of the better teen revenge horror pictures, praising the creepy school setting and darkly comic special effects. The Dayton Daily News criticized the performances, particularly the cast's inconsistent American accents, calling attention to the film's odd production choices. All Movies stated that the film may entertain die-hard slasher fans but offers little for general audiences. And modern critics in general have often praised the events of kills while criticizing the acting, pacing, and logic of the story. And I do have to agree. And going in a little more about fan reactions, many horror fans consider it a so bad it's good slasher with memorable kills and a fun revenge premise. The acid bathtub death and exploding stomach kill are frequently cited as standout moments. Fans often point to the hilariously inconsistent American accents as part of the movie's charm, and despite its flaws, many 80s horror fans regard it as an underrated cult classic. But enough of them. What about us? Mark, are we cashing or passing Slaughter High?
Honestly, I hit play fully thinking that I was going to 100% because I know that I always champion us to do these 80s horror slashers. That's because that's where I'm at. I love a good 80s horror slasher. That's what got me into horror movies. I can also recognize when they're garbage, you know. But I kind there was something about this one. It was I'm gonna say pass, but it's not like a pass because this movie was oh so fucking horrible. Because there are parts about this that I enjoyed. Like and I think I'm passing not because I enjoy the movie itself. I'm passing because I did enjoy the movie itself. What I enjoyed about the movie is that I was able to be 100% on the killer's side because he was fully justified. And I love just going on that ride, being like, okay, please kill these people. Please kill these
Mm,
people. And the more that we were with them, with those characters, I was like, get to it, Art, because they were insufferable. You know, you when you watch the Friday the 13th movie, it's like, okay, you know they have to die because she showed her boobs, and okay, now they're fucking, oh, he's doing drugs. You know, they fit the mold and the stereotype of like the slasher victims. These people, they just deserved it because they were awful. They they could have killed that man and they scarred him. So I
mhm.
enjoyed watching him getting his revenge because I knew they 100% needed to die. But did I enjoy
Yeah,
the movie overall? No. So it's like a it's a passing pass. Like I'm saying pass is not something I'm gonna rush to see again. This is my third time watching it since I saw it the first time back in like 2007. So it's a pass. What about you?
yeah. No, I agree. I think I also will pass, and I get what you're saying, and I kind of agree as well. Because the thing is, none of these characters make themselves seem any better in the jump that we get. We see everything that happens back then. Nobody's sympathetic to what what they did 10 years later, and they're just trying to drink, party, have fun, have a good time, and nobody has changed at all. So it makes the time that we spend with them, I don't really care while I'm with them. So when they do get taken out one by one, I'm like, yes, Marty, do your thing. But we only get that time. We everything else though is spent with them and having to be in their presence, and I just don't feel it works out enough to justify wanting to sit through the rest of it, especially right before, like, after Marty gets wheeled away from the science lab accident, well, or prank, and then before the first person dies, Like that chunk of time, it was a slog to get through.
Hmm.
Like I when I was watching, I was like, bro, these fuckers are so boring. I do not
Honestly,
care.
if Marty's not there, it's kind of a dud.
Yeah, I do not care. So yeah, I think with that, I definitely will have to give it a pass on this one.
Well, with that, we have come to the end. Thank you all so much for joining us, listeners, to our little review. Join us next week as we go and look back at some of the movies that we reviewed and that we have passed on to see if our opinions have changed in the interim. That should be a fun little look back. But until then,
Good night.
If you like this episode, please be sure to check out some from the Haddonfield Horror Cemetery, where we've covered big franchises such as Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Saw, or one-off reviews like The Blackening or Hereditary. You can follow Haddonfield Horrors on Instagram and TikTok, where the host posts updates and mini reviews. Full episodes are available on several podcasting platforms, including Spotify as well as YouTube. If you're listening to us on YouTube, please be sure to like and subscribe. The Haddonfield Horrors podcast is produced by Mark Smart, Tawan Griffin, and Elian Cordova, themed by Lethal Injection, and edited by Mark Smart.
The Haddonfield Horror Podcast is a Letter to Media production.
Should we do an intro?